Yeah, every day I do this, never feel loose. And when I get up in the game, y'all be improved. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. I done aside, I'm super fly like I'm hanging off the rim, boy. I've been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go.
I put that time in, my pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them get back, step back, fast track, big lap, big facts. I'm past that, yeah. I'm trying to get ahead, get out the way. Now move forward, stand back, now break away. I'm about to bring it.
I ain't never backing down. Took a step into the play. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this crown. I'ma go all look around. I ain't never backing down. Took a step into the play. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this crown. See the time, see the sights, see the sights, see the sights, yeah.
And we are live. Just hang on, guys. Getting things together here. I think that should be fine. I don't even know if my camera is in the right place, guys. It could be all over the place right now. Oh, there it is. You know, it's always like a surprise. You know, every time I turn my camera on, like where it is. It could be facing the ceiling by the time I turn it on. Okay. But I think it should be good. You're all ready to go. Except that my screen is black. I gotta open actually open Clip Studio. Yeah, there we go. Okay, everything's ready to go. Holy crap. I think today, you know, I was actually thinking about, I don't know if I was actually just going to, I had an idea, okay? Either I was gonna work on my comics or I actually had a cool idea. I recently followed these, I don't know if they're like stunt, what would you call them? Like stunt students, you know, people who do like, what do you call them? They do stunts for movies. I can't remember what the fuck you call them. There's a name. Stunt actors, action coordinators. I don't know what the hell you want to call them. But anyway, these people basically study how to like fall properly, basically. And they do all their like own stunts and stuff. And they actually had a few like short films and stuff that they did. And I've been following them on Instagram, which is like chock full of like, if you guys need a reference for like movements and stuff like that, these are the people for like, especially like action based movements. They have really dynamic angles and everything. So I was planning on actually studying those stuff like on an animation basis, but I think I'll do that next stream. So I think, yeah, next stream I think I will do the animation like study of the actions that they do and stuff like that. I think it will be really cool, and I think we're gonna use the actions that they do. I think I'm gonna use them to make like a little short action scene. I think that'll be cool for next stream. For now, we're gonna finish up this comic right now. Oh shit, what the hell? That's interesting. Let me just switch this over here. There we go. There we go. God damn. I was controlling the other screen from here. Okay. Yeah, I think this page I finished off already. We only have about We have about 7 pages, and then we're done with the first chapter. Oh shit. What fell? The fuck? Oh. So I was thinking, what the hell? I thought it was like some sort of a roach. Just fell out of like the side of my table, but it was like a little... It was one of the stands that's holding up this tablet thing. It's a little rubbery thing that... it's kind of pointless at the way this thing is angled, but it fell off anyway. So that's what happened. Really interesting. Okay. I think I did. Okay. Okay, let's get right into this. I'm thinking of just reusing this panel. I think I'm gonna actually redraw it. Because here he hits him, like he lifts his hand up and he goes in for another punch, right? Now, the shockwave really affected all this, like the whole ground here, so I think maybe I'm gonna have to just redo this. I think this is gonna be a more... It's gonna be a different angle as well. I think I can reuse this though. Hold on. Panels, text. There was this movie I recently watched as well. It's called Wounds. Very, very interesting movie. Very weird movie. The concept was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, basically, the concept of this movie was, well, first off, it started off like really weird. It's kind of going all over the place, but it started off very weird. First of all, it starts off like this bar fight, right? And then the bar fight, you know, through the bar fight, there's like these I don't know if they're underage, but they're like teens who, like, you know, they're coming to the bar. The bartender's like, do you have your ID? Because obviously they look very young. So he's like, what the fuck? Are you guys old enough to drink and shit like that? And, you know, he just says, ah, fuck it. And then he gives them beers, which is a bit weird. Okay, so he gives them the beers or whatever. You know, they're chilling on the one side. And basically this bar fight breaks out. And they get startled and they drop their phone, right? One of them drops their phone. Bartender finds the phone. He realizes, oh, this is one of the kids' phones, obviously. Because it had some stickers on it. Some heart stickers and shit like that. So he realizes this is one of these kids' phones. Okay, they drop it on the floor. And now he picks it up. He's just like, okay, cool. I'll just give it, I'll open up the phone. I'll check whose phone it is. And then I'll give it back to them. I'll leave it in the lost and found of the bar. And they can come back and they can check out the phone and see if they, if it's one of their phones, basically. And basically what happens is he comes home, he has the phone with him, and some kid, like one of the kids message him and says like, hey man, I need your help, or something like help, basically, like shit's going down, like fucking, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm losing my shit. And he's like, he thinks it's just like some sort of like prank or something. He tells them like, hey, this is not, like, I'm not one of your friends, I'm like the bartender who just found your phone, right? And he's like, I don't give a fuck, like, help me please. And he's like, look man, I'm just a bartender. And then he says some like wild shit, and like at this point the bartender's just like, this guy is fucking, he's messing with me. He's messing with, there's no way, like, all, like, okay, this is just weird, right? So he leaves the phone, he goes sleep, right? He wakes up, and then I don't actually remember what happened after that. I think he found some weird, oh yeah, he went through the phone and found some weird shit in the phone, right? Some really, like, dark web type shit. He found some really fucked up shit in the phone, right? Couple of severed heads, couple of dead people, okay? He's like, what the fuck, right? And I think even before, no, I don't know if we went through it at that moment. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think now. I can't remember how it actually plays out. But basically, all the stuff goes down. Like, all goes down. He leaves his house, you know, he's kind of shaken up a bit. He's like, what the fuck? His wife thinks he's cheating on her because she thinks that this is some other girl's phone. Because he told her that, like, this is some girl's phone that he found by the bar. And she's like, okay, you just happened to have some chick's phone by the bar, which, fair enough, it seems a bit sus. But, okay, so all this stuff is going down, right? And basically, we're just trying to figure out the panel layout here. I think it's best to do it this way. My nose is really messed up because my allergies, I don't know. It's foreign. Water does help though. But basically, goddamn, my nose. Anyway, basically, okay, this stuff happens. This shit goes down. Where was I? So, he basically, let me just set this camera right. Let's get right there on my beautiful face. Okay. So, yeah, the cheating story, yada yada. Okay, so he gets to the bar. He says he's just gonna put it in lost and found. For some reason, like, I don't think he confides in his wife at this point. I think it's later. But basically, as he's like going to his bar, you actually get the shot of like these creepy little white kids following him around. Which was like one of my nightmares, like just some creepy white kids following you around. That's hell in itself. But these kids are just like following this guy. It's almost as if they want to see what's gonna happen to him, and it's so creepy. And this guy is just like, you know, he's just chilling, having lunch and stuff like that, just chilling and play. And then you get this shot of like him chilling, and then in the back he's like these two creepy little white girls just watching him, which is like that is my fucking nightmare. Like, holy shit, I don't know what it is about like little white girls, but they creep me the fuck out. Like, I can't I can't handle them. They just, I can't, they just weird. And it's not like, yeah, I don't know, it's just, maybe it's the pale face and the creepy, you know, not blinking eyes. I think that's what gets me. But they out there in the back just watching this guy. And it's just like so creepy, the whole, like the scene itself. Like, it's just so creepy. And it's like this is going on, and as this is going on, this guy slowly starts losing his mind throughout the movie. Also, the guy in the bar fight is actually one of his friends, and he got like stabbed in the bar, like in the face. He has like a giant wound on his face, right? And he's like they like, why don't you go to the hospital? He's like, ah, fuck it. You know, he's one of those like big burly tough guys who's like, fuck the hospital, right? I'll just stuff it out. Like, this is nothing. But it's like his entire face, it's just like cut open right here. He doesn't want to go to the hospital. I mean, me personally, I think I'm also one of those guys. Like, if I have, it doesn't matter. Like, if it's even if it's a severe injury, I won't necessarily go to the hospital because I fucking hate hospitals myself. I'd rather just like tough it out. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys can see this. Like little scars. Like, I almost lost this finger. I almost lost this finger when I was younger. Luckily, it was like still hanging off my hand, and I could still reattach it. You know, I just reattached it and wrapped some duct tape around it, and it worked out. It works perfectly. It's fine. It's back together. But yeah, that's like, I understand that. But this guy had like an entire fucking cut all the way through his face. Didn't want to go to the hospital. Also, another weird thing, this guy has a giant Confederate flag in his room, which is just another, like, okay, this guy's on some bullshit right here. I'm not gonna, I don't know why you're friends with this guy, but he seems like, I don't know. he seems like, I don't know, he seems a bit unstable, okay? But like, anyway, that stuff is happening. All that weirdness, right? And then we go to the creepy little white kid still following this guy around. And as it's happening, this guy's starting to see shit move in his house. Cabinets are flying open, like, well, not actually cabinets, but like, he's just starting to see shadows and shit, you know? And like, he's starting to, like, sometimes when something happens, like, he imagines people, I think, when people angers him, he imagines them, the head severed, like, which is like, there's like these flashes and glimpses of like really fucked up shit in his head. And yeah, so like, I don't know, it's weird. And at some point that like this thing starts affecting his wife. She starts staring like at her computer screen, and she starts like, you know, zoning out every now and then. And like, it's just a weird situation, weird stuff happening. But overall, anyway, I'm not going to talk too much on the movie. I don't think I gave too much away. Yeah, I don't think I gave too much away, but I would like want to know exactly what's going on in this movie, because there's too much stuff going on. And the most interesting concept that is brought up in the movie is that a wound, a cut, you know, I'm pointing to the cut in the guy's face, but anyway, I won't say too much on that. But like, anyway, a wound is technically a portal to like hell. Like, wounds can be used to pull things from another world into this world. Like, in a certain type of ritual, you can do this. Basically, this is a concept that's hinted in like the film, the movie, and it's a very interesting concept. I felt like they could have done more with the concept, but like they I don't know. The whole movie was just weird, and I felt like they didn't play too much to that concept. It was like a really cool concept though. Like, a wound can actually be in a ritual, like a ritualistic sacrifice. A wound inflicted on a person can actually be a portal to hell or another dimension, or like invite creatures from another universe into this one. It's like a crazy concept, and I really enjoyed it. I think maybe it's such a cool concept though. Like, I think I will definitely, if I ever get a chance to do a horror flick, actually I am working on a horror short film for next year Halloween. So maybe that will be a cool concept though. I like that concept of like a wound actually being a portal to like a demonic realm or another dimension. I feel like that is so cool, and you can do so much with it. So I think for my next short film, I think I'm gonna work on something with that. And the character I already designed, I know the ones who, you know, my friends who chilled out with me on Discord, or like when we have our little art jam session, they know exactly the type of character that I have. And he has like a giant hole like in his stomach, and I think that can kind of like help with this concept, and like the monster development, or the character who's now the monster basically was going around killing the people and stuff like that. So I think that's gonna help with that. Very interesting. I might look into it more. My nose is like, let me just, you know, just blew my nose up. Sorry, I didn't want you guys to see that on screen, obviously. I don't know if you guys did. I didn't want you guys to see the bucket of snot that just came out of my nose. I didn't want you guys to see that. But I want you guys to envision it, basically. That's why I said it. You know? I want you to picture a giant bucket of snot. That's exactly what I have right next to me right here. Not really, but you will never know. Just a giant bucket of snot next to me. I mean, that would be an even cooler concept if we can just collectively, like, if we can just collect a bunch of snot and just make a portal out of it to another dimension. That would also be a really crazy concept. Maybe. I hate it's the weather, really. You know, it's like, I don't know, what would you call, is it fall or spring or something? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's when the plants fuck. There's a lot of plant fucking going on right now, and it's like pollens everywhere, and it's fucking up my nose. Although my allergies has never been this bad, but it's definitely the weather. South African weather is all over the place, you know, you never know what you're gonna get. It's just a whatever, you know. It's just a whatever. But yeah, that's a cool movie. It was on Netflix, by the way. I wonder. I saw a lot of other cool stuff on Netflix. I don't know. The cool thing about Netflix is though, like, you get to watch movies that isn't like, you know, in a general mainstream, but it's like stuff like from other countries, like French movies or whatever type of movies, right? And some other countries have really cool movies and stuff like that you don't really get to see them in the mainstream. But man, it's cool, and there's like a lot of short films on Netflix as well, which is really cool. Okay, let me just see. I want to actually make this guy's arm lift up a bit. Yeah, I haven't actually worked on much today. Today I was just chilling, playing some Street Fighter. And then, yeah, that's about it. Like, we went out the morning and then, you know, had something to eat. But yeah, that's about it. Like, I was just playing Street Fighter before the stream. And now here we are. Working on whatever, you know. Working on the manga. Getting the manga done. I still have to check up on the anime, see how it's going. I haven't heard back from the studio yet, but I have to actually check up on that stuff. It seems fine. Okay, you didn't get anything back for them, so they are not like pressed for time, which is really cool. So I still have time to finish my stuff. I still have a bunch of character sheets that I have to finish. I think I will get some stuff done tomorrow. Finish up some character sheets tomorrow. Yeah, and then there's still like a bunch of action poses I have to do for my characters. How's this guy? Yeah, I think his arm lifting up there is fine. Yeah, but I think I'm still thinking about like how exactly, what I'm gonna do for my short film. Like, I know it's gonna be harder, right? So I have the monster concept. It's just I have no idea what I'm gonna do with him yet. I have kind of the beginning sequence of, like, in my mind of where it's gonna start, how it's gonna start out, and yeah, that's about it. I don't think I fleshed out the characters exactly for the short film. I still gotta do that and figure out, and then also figure out who's gonna voice these characters. I don't think I'm gonna do too much characters. Maybe I'm gonna do, maybe I do like 3 to 4 characters, maybe. I'm not quite sure. I think 3 to 4 characters would be fine. Yeah, I think 3 to 4 would be fine. I don't think I'll do too much with that. Three to 4 characters might be fine. I have one of my friends who is gonna voice the characters. I have, who else would voice them? I know I can voice one of them, so that's 2 people already. I need another 2. Hopefully my friend Jess, you know, Jess voiced Luna in my other short film. If you guys haven't watched it, it's up on my channel. Oh yeah, I didn't actually get a chance to shout out because recently I got a bunch of subs, so I didn't get a chance to actually shout out some of the subs I got. Where is that? Normally you can check on here, but I don't think I have a tab open. I don't know how I ever got that tab to open. Let me just check here. Stream out. Aha. Oh. Yeah, that's not it. I don't know how I did it, but this is not this is not this is not it right here. And I don't know how to close this now. Cool. So now it's just open. Hey. No, you can't do that. Default. Is it because I didn't sign in or something? Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna fuck with it right now. I might just close the stream. So let's just leave it for now. Let me just see where is the... Oh, that's that, yeah. Did I actually... Oh, I think I hit... Hopefully I didn't hit anything weird. I think I hit a button. Okay, I can't see now what's going on here. I can't see what's going on over here, so it's fine. We'll just leave it the way it is. Unless I can do something... Yeah, what's this? No. No, okay. We'll leave it the way it is. It's just like blocking off this entire... Luckily I have like another screen open here, so cool. That's fine. You guys won't know what's going on because you guys can't see it, but it's happening. There's stuff happening here. You just focus on the art. What was I talking about again? Yeah, I was talking about like shouting out the subs, but like, yeah, I don't think I can do that. I think YouTube normally shows me, right? Normally they show me. Yeah, normally they show me here. But I don't know how far I can go back, you know. But anyway, let's see how much we can shout out though. Let's see, who do we have up first? Shout out to Ron Anderson for the sub. Shout out to Ron Anderson. Shout out to, who else we have here? I'm looking through now. Gotta go through. Isn't there a way like just to... Hold up, there has to be a way, right? There has to be a way. YouTube Studio. Normally you can do it through Stream Elements, but I have no fucking clue how to do that. Okay, just give me a few minutes, guys. If we can't find it, we will leave it. Ah, here we go. Recent subs. Stayed subscribed. Yes, here we go. Ron Anderson. Shout out to Ron Anderson. Shout out to Alexis Zarete. Shout out to Pato Noriga. Shout out to Ethan Cotton. Shout out to Jason J. Shout out to Manga Luigi. Shout out to Marcus Bushstein. Shout out to Nyoko Arts. What else do we have? Shout out to Vincent Sosa. Shout out to Raul Guerrero, yes. Shout out to Sergio Garcia. Shout out to Bondo von Torchuk. Kenosi Madise. Woon Elle. Holly Brown. Let's see. No Iraks. Who else do we have? Junsik Yu, Jasper JW, Michael Ebron, Ali, Iasan FN, and then Keed, Patrick, Ogletree. And I think the final one is Agizo Watt. Yeah, and then Jassy, and then Tappy Danny. I think that's only, yeah, that's the only ones. We got them all, guys. We got them. Shout out to all those peeps. Thanks for the subs, guys. You guys are cool. Yeah, we recently got a bunch of subs, so I'm pretty happy with that. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate it. You know, we're a few steps closer to that 1K. You know, it's been a long climb. I've been climbing for a long time. You know, trying to get it a 1K. I appreciate it. It's appreciated. Yeah, and we're gonna keep climbing. We're gonna keep growing. And you know, the more I grow, the more shit I can do. Like the more shit I can do with you guys. In terms of animation stuff, and you know, eventually, like in the future, when I get enough subs, I'm gonna host an animation contest or some sort of comic contest. I think what I want to do is, right, this is something that I want to do in the future. I want to host a comic contest, like a short comic contest, and it's gonna be a contest where, yeah, you create your like ultimate like move, like fighting sequence scene thing, right? So it's gonna be like a small comic of like a really cool action sequence. Maybe like, I don't know how much panels it would be, maybe like up to 20, just for like a really cool action sequence, like scene base, you know? It's not gonna be an entire short film, it's just gonna be like one scene, you know, like Goku's, like for example, like Goku charging up his Kamehameha to take down the big bad guy. You know how dramatic it gets, and you know, he's charging it up and he goes all out, and like the shot sequencing and stuff like that. And obviously I'll probably throw up examples when I can, but like you know, the kind of moment, one of those moments in anime where it's just like it's all or nothing, like that exact scene, that exact sequence, that is like something that I want for like someone to do, like, so like that would be that would be basically what the contest is based around. Like, so you would do a little comic of that sequence like happening, you know, the character's final thing happening, you know, where they shout out their really cool move and it clashes or collides with the other person's move, or just like it's a final attempt to finish them off. Like, I think that would be a really good thing. And then from that sequence that you will do in a comic basis, I will take that sequence and I will animate it myself, and I will create a really cool action sequence, right, based on whoever wins the contest. So I think that will be a really cool idea in the future. Obviously I'll figure out a system on how to judge these animation based things, like these sequences and whatever. And I don't know if I should get some, like, you know, I will judge it technically, but like, I wonder if I should get, maybe I should get some of my other friends, like art friends, to like critique it as well. But it should be more or less someone who's really into like those type of sequences and like that specific type of anime. So if you enjoy action anime, enjoy like action sequences, I think that would be, yeah, I'll win. Welcome to the stream, Elias. Well, I don't know if you'd win. What if you do a shitty sequence that I don't like? And then what? So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'll get some. I don't know if I can get judges. I'll win. Okay. Okay. You're gonna have to finish your comic first. This is gonna be a deadline, you know. But yeah, I think that's the idea I had for in the future, you know, once we hit a really good once we reach a really good number of subs, I think that'll be a good thing to do. Have a giant ass contest. And maybe, you know what, I'll even throw in a cash prize as well. So like maybe like I don't know how much, I'll figure it out. Maybe like $1,000 or something. $1,000 cash prize with a actual animated, you know. I think that will be good. $1,000. I think $1,000 is good. That's a good amount of cash to win for a contest, like for a really small contest. Yeah, USD, $1,000. I think that's a good amount of money. How much is like $1,000 anyway? How much is it though? I should actually check that out. It could be. Damn, that's a lot of cash. That's a lot of cash. Maybe like. That is a lot of cash, huh? I mean, $1,000 is like, it's like 18,000 over here. But I mean, I'll do $1,000. I don't mind. If I am really like up there, you know. But I think we start small for now. But I think eventually I do want to amp up the rewards. I could do $100, you know. For now, I can do $100, but I definitely want to amp it up. I think every time we just add like, we do like 100, then we do a 500, then we do a 1K, then we do a 2K, and then maybe like a 5K or something, right? I think it'll be cool to like amp it up, but it will have to come with time, you know. It's not something I can afford right now. I think right now we can start with 500, you know, half a K. Half a K, I think is good enough. I definitely do want to do 1K though. But we'll see. I think it's a really good incentive, right? You get a bunch of cash. Especially like for people who don't live in the US. Like that's a lot of cash. That's a lot of cash. Yeah, you see 500 I can do. 500 I can do. Even now I can do 500. But like 1K, that's a lot. It's like holy shit. That's like my whole salary, like they're gone. Everything gone. You know what I mean? Just everything gone. So yeah, I think we start out small, $100, and then we move up to 500, and then we do 1K, and then we, you know, one day, if I get up there, we can do even 10K, you know. Depends how big we get. If things go well. But at the rate things are going, I think I'll definitely, get up there eventually. I think I'll get up there actually quicker than I expect myself to get there, to be honest with you guys. If I keep working at the rate that I'm working now. Go. Yeah, but anyway, so I think the next thing that I do want to focus on is that short film for next year. But I do want to first finish my comic stuff, and then I think that short film for next year, that horror film that I'm gonna do, I think that's gonna be something that's gonna be really fun. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, I think it will be cool with that concept that I used, that I saw in that one movie, Wounds. If you haven't watched that movie, Wounds, I suggest you do. Even though, it's kind of all over the place. It's just the concept of like wound, the like a cut on your body or like a wound in a ritual sacrifice can actually open. That wound itself can be a portal to another dimension, which is fucking insane. And it's so cool. So like, I think that's gonna be a really cool concept to like kind of improve on, because they didn't improve on it. I don't know what the movie kind of ended. It ended, it just ended basically. Yeah, no idea what the fuck just happened, right? There isn't like any... Although there is like a few documents in the movie that I saw, and they were talking about the ritual itself and stuff, and I didn't obviously go through it because I didn't want to, what site, like... I could have just paused the screen and read the stuff, but like it's just a bunch of stuff, right? Which I thought they were going to explain throughout the movie. They just didn't explain it. So basically you had to pause the screen and just like read all the documents, which is kind of like, I kind of hate it when movies do that shit, where it's like, and they show the documents, right, and they don't make it clear enough. Like, you literally have to pause the screen and like read the documents of what exactly is going on in the concept and yada yada, instead of like like some films, what they do is they will make the character read the documents and stuff like that, but then later on, how they would kind of explain it, like kind of like summarize it to the audience, is they would have the character explain it to like one of their friends or something, like what their findings were on the research that they did. So like you kind of learn as they tell, their friend, which is it's actually a really good way to like, kind of like, offload some information in a nice compact way. You don't want to overload your audience the entire research paper. So like I think it's really cool the way they do that. It's just like in this movie they didn't do that. It was just like, you either gonna pause the screen and read this shit, or you just gonna not know what the fuck is going on. And that was like, yeah. But overall it was a cool movie. It was a interesting movie. There was some racism also in the movie. It was very slight, It was like if you were, let's say you were a blind person listening to the movie, you wouldn't catch it. It's like just visually on the screen, right? It's just like, it's hinted on the screen, and I'm just like, okay. Some racial tones in there, which are very interesting. Also, there was this one thing that they did they made they did in the movie, what they did was they made this like really big, like super, like very big, like very, like I guess they would call it like toxic masculine guy, right? He's like, and I would say this is actually a very toxic masculine guy. So this guy, like what they did was they took this guy and they actually like broke him down in this movie, because like he's like this very big burly guy. Even like he was the one like started the bar fight, and like he beat the shit out of this other guy. But then like throughout this entire movie, he just becomes like a bitch basically. He just and I just thought it was funny, like, cause and how he's like how big he is, and like the main character just like fucking manhandles this guy. And it's just so funny because this guy just throws this like big guy around, and it's fucking hilarious. Although he's not like a really small guy as well, the main character, he's pretty decently, he has a decent height. You know, he's pretty muscular himself, but not like too jacked. And I just thought that was funny. What did I do? See, this ground is like a really shattered here. So the ground would be kind of like shaky here. I wonder if I should just copy that panel, huh? I think I can. Let me just check. Because the background is gonna change. It's gonna change a bit up. But would it be easy just to draw, like redraw that? I think it would be better just to redraw it anyway. Yeah. Because I'm gonna restructure the ground a bit more. Yeah, I think I'm gonna restructure this ground a bit more. It's kind of like here, it's kind of like the rocks are like jumping up. So I think it will be cool just to make it like level it out a bit. I think that'll be cool. Also, I don't know how to get rid of. Get rid of this thing over here. And you guys can't see it, but like is like this whole other section of the screen that I'm trying to fix here. What if I just do this? Let's see if this does something. Okay, that works. And then what does it do? Uh-huh. Oh. Oh. Ah. So that's how it works. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, I figured that out. Yeah, so now I can actually see the people subscribe and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Okay. That's fine. I figured it out. Figured it out, guys. Woo! I knew eventually I'd figured it out. because I'm a fucking genius. Okay, so what exactly is going on here? Now, this is the other thing that I gotta figure out. It's getting punched in the face. Hello. Hey. Welcome to the stream. Lunatic D. I've seen you before on the stream. I don't think you've been here for a while. How's things going? I am fine. Are you sure? It's not like a... As long as there isn't a monster in your closet, I'm pretty sure you're fine. I came from Discord. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the Discord. Oh yeah, that's probably where I saw you, huh? Discord, yeah. Dude, it's like, I'm not good with names. I remember your profile pic. That's why I knew, like, oh yeah, I think I've seen this person before. I'm good with pictures, not good with names. I'm pretty sure there's a monster there. I don't know. You never know. There's monsters everywhere. There's probably a monster chilling out in my cupboard right now. But you know, he's probably a cool monster, I ain't gonna lie. He's probably just chilling there, you know? Doing his thing. He's probably being all cool like, you know? Because I only have cool monsters in my closet, that's what I say. Only the cool ones hang out here. I've been following you for years. I knew it. Lunatic is an OG. I knew it. OG follower. I knew. I knew it. Panel's coming out really good, yeah. Yeah, it is. Like, this is kind of... I'm kind of doing this. I'm kind of redrawing it, but yeah, the rocks that flew up because of the impact, it's just like, it's settling down now. So, like, I have to draw it, like, kind of more restful, I guess. I wish I was as motivated as you. I haven't drawn in weeks. Well, get on it, man. Get out that pen. Get out that paper. Get out. You know what? Fucking bring out the finger paint. Bring out the finger paint. Start painting away. Hey, there's no better time like the present. That's what I've heard. But yeah, man. I haven't actually. This is like the first time I've been drawing today. I haven't actually worked on much today because I was out this morning getting shit done. We went out to the shop. I had some lunch. Me and my wife had we found like a nice little Asian restaurant. You know, they had some really Korean style chicken, and then they had I had some duck. I think it's called, I don't fucking know the name again. I think it's koi napad. Koi napad. I think that's what it's called. Don't know. I have no clue what it means. I have no idea. I probably butchered the shit out of that, and the Asians will come for me. It's fine. But I had some of that duck. It's basically duck, rice, some broccoli, a bunch of spring onions, and like soy sauce. Like it has like its own little duck sauce also, and like it was very nice. And then we had some sushi as well with that. And Very interesting stuff on the menu. I saw fried ice cream, which how you even make that, I have no fucking clue. But I did not know you get fried ice cream. Does anyone know what the hell fried ice cream is? Because I have no clue what it is. I have no idea how it's made. I'm pretty sure they don't just take ice cream and dump it into a pan and try and fry it, because that logically doesn't make sense. But I don't know how they do it. But you know how crafty Asians are. You know that they know how to craft their food. You know how to get in there. They're good when it comes to food, man. I tell you, Asian people, they know how to do it. Fried ice cream is great. Fried ice. So you've had fried. What? How is it made? How does it look? Like, what the hell is fried ice cream? What the fuck is it? It's like from another dimension. I've never heard of fried ice cream. I didn't know you can fry ice cream. First of all, that is insane. Okay, I'm looking it up. What the fuck? This fried ice cream? How do they fry it? How is it even possible? Okay, so I'm looking at it now. So this is fried ice cream. It looks really good though. I ain't gonna lie. It looks really good. How they make it, science itself only. Like, scientists can, like, they're the only one who knows how this is possible. But I have no fucking clue. I didn't know you can fry ice cream. It looks really good though. I'm almost like just drooling over the fact that it looks so good. You know, maybe I'll try it out next time. Didn't know you can fry it, but okay. Now I know. Ice cream can be fried. I had no fucking clue. God damn, you can fry anything, huh? Fry anything out there. If you can fry ice cream, I mean, the possibilities, like, that's like the ultimate, like, like, you know, when someone's like, oh, well, I don't think you, like, you know, you will never be anything. I don't think you can do that, you know. I bet you that's how it started, right? I bet you some guy was out there. He's like, he was sitting there and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna figure out how to fry ice cream. And his friend was like, that's the most dumbest fucking shit. That's the most dumbest shit you ever fucking said in my face right now. Get out of here. And it was probably like some tight ass chef who, like, didn't, like, he was like all about the recipe and all about, like, you know, what do you call that? The receipt. I think it's the receipt, right? Or like basically the traditional, like, you know, the way you make stuff. And his friend was one of those crazy guys who's like, fuck it, I will fry ice cream. I will fry whatever the fuck I want, and you can't stop me, right? And then basically, you know, through toiling around, you know, figuring it out, like after, you know, a few months working at it, you know, he fried that ice cream, man. He figured it out. And his friend was probably like, how the fuck? That's the most like underdog, like overcoming obstacle moment ever. Like, I will fucking fry ice cream. Go fuck yourself. Like, what the fuck? That's just how I see it in my mind. It's basically like playing Zangief in Street Fighter. You know what I mean? That's basically it's like people's like, oh, Zangief low tier, he sucks, and then you're like, fucking power drive them into oblivion, and then they're like, oh fuck, Zangief broken as fuck. But I guess it's not the tools you give it, it's the way you use them. I guess that's what I have to say. Fucking fried ice cream. My mind is blown, by the way. Like, you have no idea. Up till today, I've never heard of fried ice cream. I've never seen fried ice cream. Like, my mind is flipped all the way around. My mind is just that fried is that ice cream right there. That's what it is, you know. Interesting. But yeah, no. I'll probably get it next time. Probably get some fried ice cream. I don't know. I don't think I can Uber Eats it. I think it would be better to eat it by the place. You know what? It's still fresh and everything. Imagine you're asking for fried ice cream and everything. It looks so good. They fry the exterior after covering it with something. Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, that's the way you would have to do it, right? Maybe maybe it's like some sort of like, maybe like egg yolk. I don't know how the fuck can do it, but like, it would make sense to like have some sort of substance that like still keeps the coolness of the ice cream inside. Don't know how they do it. Science will let me know. I'll probably watch I'll tell you what. As soon as I get off the stream, I'm watching a video on how to fry ice cream. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch a video and figure it out myself. Because it's one of those mysteries that I have to know. I have to know how they do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my mind. I have to figure it out. What is the last webtoon / manga you have read recently? Recently, I haven't read any. You know what's the last thing I checked up was Harbisher's comic, The Witch's Stone. That was the last thing I've checked up on. I barely read it. I just went through it, like looking at where I stopped last, and that's where I'm gonna pick up on. I haven't actually read that much comics. You know, I still actually have this manga. It's here in the back. I still have this manga that I haven't read yet. It's by I don't know if you guys can see it. It's by TS Zombies. It's a South African manga artist. It's called Paradox. Yeah, Paradox. This is like volume 1 and volume 2. I haven't read this at all, you know. I just and basically it's like a crime mystery, like a true crime mystery type thing, about like serial killers and stuff. And it's I don't know, it sounded like my type of jam, so I bought it. You know, bought it at like a Comic-Con. That's normally where the South African authors pop up. And yeah, bought it at one of their booths. And I still haven't checked it out. I will say that the artwork is not... I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's not the best from what I've seen from obviously volume 1. But I'm pretty sure it will get better as it goes. I will say though, like the anatomy and it's a bit funky in the beginning, but the gore, like this guy's really good at drawing gore, like gore stuff. He's very good at like the insides of the body, but the outsides of the body don't look good. But the insides, he's very good at drawing insides. That's what I have to say, which is very weird. You know exactly where the organs and muscles are, but on the outside they're not proportioned correctly. It's a very like, how do you get that right? But to each their own, man. To each their own. He's very good at that. And so I also picked up a few tricks from the gory stuff as well, like reading his manga. But like, it's very interesting how but I guess like as it goes on it will probably improve. I'm pretty sure if I go through volume 2 he would have improved quite a bit actually. Yeah, but it's very interesting. Sounds like my type of jam. So I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna go through it, and we're gonna see what that shit's about. I read the first few panels, and it was like some serial killer like had this like medieval like a rat trap where I don't know if you guys have seen. I'm pretty sure if you guys have watched a few movies or like about medieval like torture devices or something like that. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I think in Saw there was probably this device. Basically, it's a little box. You put it on someone's stomach. You put the rats in it, and the rats will have nowhere to go. So they will like chew through the person's body to get out of that box. it's something like that. I don't know if you guys have heard of this torture device before, but I've seen it in movies. Like, you will see it probably in movies like Saw and stuff like that. It was very crazy. I was like, God damn, that's a way to go, huh? I was like, God damn, that's fucking insane. But like, it's pretty. That's how it starts. By the way, that's the fucking how it starts. Someone just they get eaten through by rats, and that's how it starts. So yeah, and then I think I stopped when the detectives were trying to figure out who exactly is doing this and stuff like that. It gives me kind of Death Note vibes, like they're trying to figure out who this killer is, but it's kind of like Death Note in a way, like the killer's going around killing, and it's kind of like this cat and mouse game. So it's very interesting. Imagine reading a comic for the drawing of the organs. Yeah, I haven't gotten that deep in the story yet, but I don't know how interesting it will be. But so far, I want to see where it goes. It is quite interesting, so I want to see where it goes. So I think the story is not bad. And also, it gives me a chance to support a fellow South African creator, you know? Most of what I've seen is with the rats. Yeah. Rats are crazy, man. Crazy to go out like that. Just fucking a rat eating through your stomach. Holy shit. That would be fucking terrifying. I would like... I don't know. I don't know if you're like... If you flex hard enough, do you think the rats will just like... God damn, there's some hard ass abs. Do you think they will... like... kind of like struggle? I don't think they would though. I think they would still tear through your fleshy ass, but like, yeah, I don't know how would you get out of it? Like, you tied up, fucking box in your stomach full of rats, you know? The best thing I could think of is like trying to wiggle a box off, unless it's strapped to your fucking body, you know? Then it's like, yeah, then you're fucked, you know? Yeah, that's just like, yeah, it's just a matter of time. Yeah, the rat starts eating their body, like, through their stomach to try and escape through the other side. I've seen actually, it's a very, what do I say? It's a very common concept in like torture devices from what I've seen from other films. Like these like Saw-like films. This torture device has been used, like overused, I would say. Like a lot of like movies use it. So I don't know if they would. You know, realistically in real life, I don't know if rats actually would do that, but I don't know. You know, these people who made these movies obviously did the research or whatever. I have no fucking clue if they actually do that. But it seems pretty sound. That's what I'm saying. It seems pretty sound. Seems crazy. Oh yeah, and then for the next panel, for this panel right here, we can actually just reuse this one. Spinning it the wind, boy. I put that time in. I get the grind in. I get my grind on. I tell you what, man, these Street Fighter soundtracks go hard, man. I tell you. I haven't got all of them yet, but I searched a few torture devices for my story. God damn. You also doing a torture story? No. Yeah, I'm waiting for Omni-Man on Mortal Kombat as well. I'm waiting for him. I want to play Omni-Man. He looks really badass. His moves look so cool. I really want Omni-Man. So far I'm playing with General Zhao. General Shao. Because he's a big guy. He has a big go fuck yourself axe. And I love that. So playing with him at the moment, but as soon as Omni-Man drops, I'm getting Omni-Man. I'm getting that Omni-Man, man. I'm telling you. Omni-Man, I'm getting Omni-Man. I'm gonna be slamming people's faces in ground. Gonna be flying around the screen like Superman. Fucking bashing the heads into the ground. Is General Zhao low tier too? Not that I know of. I have no fucking clue. Like, he has cool stuff, so I don't know. He has good range as well, because he has a giant axe. So, like, you can, like, do, like, really good pokes. I haven't heard people call him low tier, though. I don't think he is. Mortal Kombat is... I wouldn't say is... I don't know who would... I'm trying to think now. I guess maybe what makes him low tier is probably like how slow he is, maybe. But he has some good moves. So I don't know. I wouldn't say he's like low tier compared to all other costs. I don't know. I would have to like look that up. I have no idea. But so far, I'm also suckish at Mortal Kombat. Like, I haven't actually gotten good at the game because I've been playing Street Fighter mostly. So I have no idea. Like, no idea. And also, I'm not familiar with Mortal Kombat's combat system because it's very interesting. Like, I'm going through the tutorials at the moment, trying to figure out how this stuff works and like how do you do like perfect blocks and like I think it's called like flawless block or something like that. So I'm trying to figure that shit out. The juggling system is, as always, insane in Mortal Kombat. But I mean, it's very similar to Tekken. So, in like that sense, I mean, it's alright. I just gotta figure out how the fucking controls work because I got Street Fighter fingers, you know. I've just been playing Street Fighter. I'm not used to playing how Mortal Kombat plays. That's the one thing I gotta get used to. For like one part, like is the blocking. Like you have to, I think I have to, you know what, I'm gonna switch my controls around. Instead of R2 being like the back right trigger being, you know, block. I think I should switch it to the left trigger. Because on Street Fighter I use left trigger for parry. So I think at least that way, like, I consistently block, you know. Because normally I hit back and I'm like, why am I not, oh yeah. Fucking black trigger, like black trigger. Back triggers to block. Black trigger. Is that how I get cancelled? Black trigger. Is that how I get cancelled? I don't know. Black trigger sounds like a really cool superhero name. I ain't gonna lie. Like black trigger, like it's very close to another word. So maybe you don't want to use black trigger, but I mean, black trigger sounds pretty cool, right? Like black trigger's a black trigger. Like yo, I'm like 1 letter away from just like fucking me. But no, I think it's a cool. It will be like a guy like in a like a black jumpsuit, some sort of like kind of like a Blade type looking guy with like guns. He use like, you know, I imagine him with like dual pistols Just like with like a really cool dual pistols. That's how I imagine that. That's superhero. I'm gonna make it superhero in my comic, Black Trigger. Sounds really cool. Or maybe you would be, I think you would be like a kind of like anti-hero type thing. Kind of like a Punisher type guy. I think that would be pretty cool. Do you think it will be too much if I make him black as well? Do you think that will be too much? So he's in all black and he's about, well, they did it with Blade. So I think, and I envision him like I see Blade. Like Blade with like a Punisher skull on his chest. I think that would be really cool. So maybe something like that. That's how I see him. And that's what's up. That's Black Trigger right there. Oh yeah, and also in the future, I'm planning on doing because I did a collab with shout out to Skynix. Hopefully I'm saying his name correctly. I'm not good with names, but I did that the collab with Skynix. If you check my community tab, you'll see I put up the link there. But like we did that collab with like 13 artists, basically all drawing on one canvas. I want to actually do something like that with with you guys, with Elias, the basically the art jam gang, basically, and we can do it for like an art jam. I just have to talk to Yuning about taking over one of the art jams for that, and I'm pretty sure she will just give it up to me because she's lazy as fuck. So she will just like hand it over to me if I ask. So yeah, I think I'll just use one of those. Just to like get us all into one place and record it. So I want to do kind of like it's not going to be 13, but like however much we're going to be, all drawing on one canvas, and I'll draw like I'll make a background for it, like they did in their video, and basically the background will kind of solidify what exactly we're going to put in here. So that was like Halloween themed. So I will do like maybe I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe like I'll just generate a random prompt, from like some AI shit, and then we take that random prompt and we just throw it in there, and that's what it's about. And then yeah, we just go nuts. We just go nuts on the canvas. We can make a bunch of very inappropriate jokes, and then we call it a day, and then I'll edit the shit out of it, and we'll chuck that out there. Really cool collab idea. Unless I think Uni could also do it. She said she wants to, that was a cool idea. I don't know if she's going to do it because she's kind of I don't know if she's going to do it, but I will definitely do it at some point. Just matter of getting everyone into one place and then recording it. I think maybe we do a Christmas one. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do. So like maybe in December sometime. I think that'll be a cool idea. Okay, there we go. This reminds me of like Street Fighter, this panel, because it's kind of like, I don't know if you've seen like Luke's finisher, like when he punches you on the ground. That's what I'm seeing in my mind. Yeah. I wonder who's gonna be. I'm waiting for the next DLC character as well on Street Fighter. I wonder who's it gonna be. At the moment, you know, playing Zangief, the big burly, burly wrestler, grappler type guy. Homeland is one of the. You mean Mortal Kombat? Homeland is for Mortal Kombat though. I don't think he's gonna be in Street Fighter. But I know Homeland is gonna be. I think he's gonna be the next one for Mortal Kombat. That would make sense. I saw them advertise it actually on Mortal Kombat. On the game itself, they advertised that they're gonna have Homeland on there. Which is like. Interesting. Like you're gonna have Homelander and Omni-Man on there. Like I feel like. It makes sense that Homelander would be on there, but like. You know. Seems a bit like having two Supermans, you know, in a way, because they kind of gonna be playing similar. But I mean, whatever makes them money, you know, they will. If it's gonna make them money, they don't give a fuck. Although, Omni-Man doesn't have. Does he have laser beams? I don't think he can shoot lasers out of his eyes. Can he? I can't remember. I know Homelander can. I don't know if Omni-Man can. I can't remember. No, he can't? Okay. So then, okay, then I think it will be fine, because in Homelander, I'm pretty sure they will utilize the laser. It will be some sort of like Kano, like laser beam out of his eyes, I guess, or they will utilize it in another different way. So I guess it can play. I guess they can both coexist in that game. You just, I don't know how they're gonna balance that out. Well, I guess it would be balanced, yeah. So far, a lot of people have been complaining about the balance issues in like Mortal Kombat as well. But they had like this giant patch where they fixed most of the stuff. And from what I've played a bit of it, and it seems like a bit more. It's not too crazy now. The scaling is much better as well. Homelander weak. Yeah, Homelander kind of weak. I ain't gonna lie. Compared to like Superman, like fucking. I don't think he has like really good feats. Oh, compared to Superman, I mean Superman did some crazy shit. Even Omni-Man, I think even Omni-Man might have better feats than Homelander. Yeah, he did some crazy shit as well. But either way, I think both of them together would just lose to Superman. Superman would fucking bury them. I don't think it would even be fair. What else would be really good for Mortal Kombat? Trying to think what else would be a really good DLC character for Mortal Kombat. Oh yeah, I saw Peacemaker's gonna be in there as well. Peacemaker's gonna be in Mortal Kombat. That's gonna be cool. So Peacemaker's gonna be in there. Yeah. I think, yeah. Oh, worked pretty well. I think a lot of DC characters will definitely fit in with Mortal Kombat. Oh, Peacemaker, he's the... John Cena plays him. I don't know if you've seen that series, Peacemaker. He's a DC character. Let me just fucking... all up in my settings. Peacemaker. This guy. There he is. This guy. I don't know if you watched this. This is a really fun series. I've like enjoyed Peacemaker so much. It's a really fun series. There's this guy. His helmet can like he has like different helmets for different shit. It does like all types of crazy stuff. Also, his father's a white supremacist, which is really which is so fun. This series is like so fun. Like it's so like it's very fun. He's also in the new Suicide Squad movie as well, the latest one that came out. And this picks up after the events of that as well. That's so cool. That's like that whole that series is so fun. If you love the boys, you would love Peacemaker. Peacemaker is like on that. It's on that, you know, in that kind of bloody, gory superhero shit, basically. And I think even at some point there's a cameo of the Justice League coming. I think Aquaman and it's a Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and I can't remember who, but there's a cameo of them in there as well. And they have this like running joke of like Aquaman goes around fucking fish. And he just goes around telling people this, and it's so fucking funny. Like the way like, and he's like shitting on Batman all the time and stuff like that. He's not necessarily a superhero, but he's like an anti-hero, I would guess, because he like, you know, he just kills the bad guys instead of Fire God Liu Kang. I ain't gonna lie, Liu Kang is pretty good. Like the way he plays in the new Mortal Kombat, he's really good. But yeah, I think power scaling wise, I think Fire God Liu Kang is pretty insane though. This guy's out here creating universes and shit. Like he's just like doing all sorts of crazy shit. And yeah. Yeah, I think after... I wonder if I might play some Street Fighter after the stream, maybe. I'm almost diamond ranked, by the way, in Street Fighter. I'm almost hitting that diamond rank. Because I'm getting really good at the game now. I think like I definitely should be in diamond rank at this point. Like I definitely feel like I am diamond rank because I first diamond rank players and I give them a run for their money and I beat them a lot and there's some occasions where I beat master rank players as well. So I feel like I'm definitely up there in the diamond rank. But yeah. At the moment I am mostly versing diamond ranks. I haven't versed gold or platinum in so long. Like I've just versed diamond rank players. And that's why I'm stuck in platinum because there's still a bit of learning that I gotta do in terms of how to deal with certain characters. So far the most hardest character to deal with for me right now is Zangief. He's fucking Dalsim, dude. Dalsim sucks to verse. Like if you use Zangief, Dalsim is it's like the worst to verse. Like he's so annoying to verse. Because you have to get right in close and he can stretch like right across the screen and like fucking punish your ass. So like you have to be very patient with Dalsim. And not only that, he can teleport like all over the fucking screen. Get out there. Yeah, exactly. He's fucking insane, dude. Like Dalsim's range is just, bruh. But the what I've learned also, this is recently what I picked up, is actually you can punish him. You can punish him if he stretches out his arm, and if he stretches out his arm and he hits you while you're doing a running grab with Zangief, you immediately get the grab, which is really cool. So what I've learned is that running bear grabs works very well on Dalsim. But a good Dalsim player would know that that works very well on him, so you would avoid getting caught with it, so you would jump a lot. And the thing about Dalsim's jump is he floats. He literally like just floats in the air. And yeah, it fucks up my timing because I'm not I'm not well equipped dealing with floating players in the air. Notice I'll play Dalsim. Oh, you mean Dalsim? Yeah. Dalsim is fucking annoying, dude. He's more like, I have a hard time versing like Dalsim than JP. Like JP can, all the other players I can deal with. Lily as well is another annoying fucking character to verse as Zangief. Like Lily and Dalsim are the fucking, like they're the most annoying to verse as Zangief. Just because they moves, like the way their moves work, it's just a fucking hassle to deal with. Like Ken and Ryu, like they're not even that hard for me anymore. A good Ken and Ryu player can beat me, but like I know how to deal with their shit. Like I know how to deal with their moves and like what to do and whatever. But fucking Dalsim, dude, fucking annoying. In the legs to make it more dynamic. Shouldn't be more movement in the legs. You mean over here? Nah, his legs should be, it shouldn't like fly up or anything, because see what's happening here is this guy is kind of, I guess, let me think about it, because he's punching him with his feet fly up. Trying to think. I just dropping by. Damn, boy, are still up. Boy, are still fucking up. Now I think, you know, I think Lunatic, I think you might be onto something, but I think his legs are fine the way it is. I think it is fine. The reason being is because when the punch hits, right? Let me see. Punch hits. I guess his legs would fly up a bit. Yeah, might be onto something there. So he's like punching. I wouldn't fly up too much though, because he can absorb the impact a bit, because we're not dealing with normal people here, so he can absorb the impact. Also he has, you know, flight, so, but it would make for a cooler shot. I think it would make it more dynamic as well. It's just the problem is the way this guy, see this guy right here, this guy is like leaning on him. So yeah, he isn't like leaning that much on him, right? Not about accuracy. Yeah, I get you. But just trying to think about it. Yeah, I think you're right. You know what? I think you're right there, man. I think this leg's gotta fly up a bit. I think you're right about that. Right now it looks really dead and motionless. Yeah, that's the point though. That's what I wanted to say. The point is I want him to look like he's dying. That's the point. With every hit, he's kind of like losing consciousness. That's the point. Like, so they keep hitting him. He's not really reacting because he's kind of fading. He's fading as he's punching. Because you see what's happening here is, right? Let me go back. So here, I think here his legs would be up though. I think for this shot, what you're saying is correct. Here his legs should be up. It's just his knee bent with help a lot. Yeah. So yeah, I think I should actually work on his legs a bit more maybe. Make his legs maybe shoot up here. But then I think here, I'm still gonna make it shoot up. But I'm gonna make it... It sucks to have to read. It's fine. I don't really care. I'll redraw it. If it helps the panel, I don't give a fuck. I'll redraw it. But I think here I will make his leg. Yeah, I would make his leg maybe come up a bit. I'll make it maybe come up a bit. Like just maybe jolt up a little bit. Jolt up a little bit, right? Maybe not like that. Maybe just this leg. Jolt it up a little bit. This one right here. Maybe come up till about here. Right? Bam. Right? So it's jolting up a bit. I think that would add a bit to it. And then here... I think here his legs need to be fully flying up. I think here his legs need to be fully like in the air basically. So I think here his legs need to be like over here. At this angle, his legs will be flying up this way though. Around about... Just redraw this, put this here. Yeah, actually... That's gonna look better. So if we lift this up, yeah, we only have to, his other leg you can't see really, yeah, so I only have to draw one leg here. Then maybe we make it, so we make it maybe go up just a little bit. From this angle, it's not gonna... Can't raise it obviously all the way up here. So maybe let me just do this. Yeah, you can actually see what the hell is going on here. So many details, yeah. Yeah, the audience, to be honest, the audience won't even notice it, but I'll notice it, and it will annoy me. So I would just fix it. So yeah, so his foot. I think that's good, actually. That's good. I'll just clean it up a bit. Just want to see what it looks like. If we drop the fill. Oh, The cool thing is, like, it's black and white, you know, it's just lines. So it's not as much of a, it's like if that was fully colored in, I would have fucking left it. I would have been like, nah, there's no way I'm going back. I'm gonna leave it the way it is, it's fine. But like, because it's black and white, and it's just easier to fix. But yeah, that actually adds a lot. Shout out to Lunatic D, man. That's why it's good to have people look over your work, you know. It's good to have a pair of fresh eyes on you. They feel when something's not right. No, yeah, sometimes, you know, sometimes. Sometimes. But not all the time. Maybe my audience. I don't know. Some people don't notice certain stuff. I mean, I work like, for instance, like I do animations, right? I do animations for clients at work, and there's certain stuff there's like big fuck ups that we do sometimes, like you know, there's like a entire fucking thing going on. Like, our artist would catch it. Our artist would look at it and be like, oh fuck, what the hell? Like, that thing is like completely like weird right there, right? But like the client will never catch it sometimes. Like, they will just like glance, they wouldn't even notice. They wouldn't notice at all. So like, sometimes, yeah, but not all the time. Although with the animation, maybe it's a bit different. You have a lot of moving parts happening, you know? It's a lot going on, so like, you can get away with a lot. But maybe with comics, maybe it's a bit different, right? Because it's just like one panel to focus on. Okay, there we go. Now we just gotta hash it out. See what that looks like. Meh. I think maybe I must bend these. No, I think it's fine. It's shooting up. I just think maybe his foot should be a bit bigger. And I think you know what to do. Oh. I think the etching is a bit off. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Maybe just need to tighten this a bit more. And then maybe the cast shadow, just increase it a bit. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then this one, I think we can do... I don't want to lift it up too much. I just want a little jolt. So we can do a bit less here. And do a bit of a jolt. Yeah, it does look a bit better, yeah. Thanks, man. It does add a bit more to the shot. Okay. I think the dead legs. I think the dead legs is gonna come into. Because I'm doing this shot. I think it's gonna come into this shot. I think this is where the dead legs is gonna work. In the follow-up page. Because he's gonna hit him again. Same pose, same everything. Only this time it's gonna be less of a... You can see there's a lot of... You're gonna see as it loses momentum. So basically, yeah, it's gonna be like full on. This is like full force, full blown, you know. And then you'll see it will lose a bit of momentum. So we'll still have like the flashy effects, but you can see the ground is settling more. Everything is coming down, and then here is gonna be like... There's not gonna be as much effects. Maybe like a little, you know, a little fire coming out, something, right? Something small. And then it's the ground. The ground is obviously more settled. There's not gonna be as big of a shock wave. Maybe like a little one like this, you know. Yeah, the shock wave is still gonna be a bit bigger. So like, you know, he hits him, bam, the big hit. Goes in again, bam! And then he goes in again, bam! And it's just gonna die down slowly. Yeah, it's gonna die down slowly, and then obviously he's gonna reach out, his final move, and then he's gonna get a big concluding kaboom, you know? Right to the face. And that's gonna be that, you know? So yeah, I think that's a good suggestion from Lunatic. To make the legs a bit more dynamic. Because I think like, yeah, it's gonna help like the character just die down a bit. Like, yeah, he still has a bit of fight in him, you know. He still has a bit of reaction to the punches. Whereas later on he's just gonna slowly like fucking... He's just gonna numb out a bit. Fucking up his feet here, huh? Made his two shoes too big. There we go. Let's see if this is fine. I think that's fine. There we go. I don't want to make his hands look a bit restful. I don't want to make him... some more rocks in the third and second one because there is less motion. Shows the result of the fight on. So the result of the fight on the surrendering, the rocks falling, disappearing. It builds the world. Yeah, there would be rocks flying. There would be rocks flying. And then slowly, like, probably falling down. I think that would be... I don't know how I'm gonna do that in panel though. I can see it as, you know, the thing is I can see it as how it's gonna be animated. But as a comic, I don't know how to picture that. But we can see when we get there. I don't think we'll even get to finish this panel. But yeah, I think I like the idea of like here's like he's just hitting him, bam, you know, the big hit, bam, the third one, and then I think on the last one just yeah, the last one, like bam, he hits it, and the rocks, you know, small rocks fly up and then slowly fall down. You won't see the slowing fall down, but I imagine in this shot where it closes in on the guy's breathing over here, so he's gonna be breathing, he's gonna be panting, right? So he's gonna be breathing here, you know, kind of a heavy exhale, and then this guy's gonna be reaching out. Obviously, he's reaching out, and I think here we can make the debris slowly fall down, and then obviously we get the shot where he just loses it, and then bam, just finishes him. So I think that will be cool. Obviously, once the studio animates it, then it's in a. I wonder how they would do it. You want tips for creating a manga / webtoon audience? How not to lose interest since I start but lose interest. Put a rock falling in the foreground and a few small ones in the background. Is that planet? You mean the planet? Is that plat getting destroyed? I know. Did you say planet? You mean planetalize? Also, tips for not losing interest in your manga or / webtoon. Do stuff that you enjoy. Do stuff that you enjoy. And I mean, that's really it. I don't know if you lose interest in it. Usually, you know what happens. Also, like a lot of creators, what they do is they make a really long, like ongoing story instead of just like making a bunch of short ones. That's what I do. I also have multiple comics. I don't really lose interest in them because I'm working on multiple at a time. So like if I feel bored of one, I just hop onto the next one and I work on that one if I feel like it, you know, because this is like, I have like 3 comics basically. So 3 comics that I'm working on. All 3 have been contracted to get an anime adaptation. So like all 3 of them are getting an anime. I don't know when it's happening, but I am doing the character sheets for that and getting that done. That's why I'm doing this. I'm redoing my stuff. I'm revamping my comics in a more manga-esque style. Just because it's quicker. It can show off the fancy skills that I've gained over I mean, has it been a year? I guess few months, you know. For as long as it's been, so I get to show off my new fancy skills. And when people watch the anime, obviously they want to see how it Because or they want to follow on from where the anime stops, you know, then they have the manga to rely on. So that's also why I'm doing this. So just cycle through the manga when you lose interest, yeah. Or work on something else, you know. If you lose interest in your manga, you know, just you know, put it on a maybe overworking yourself. Maybe you need a little break from it. Maybe do a little something else on the side, you know. Maybe do some character stuff. Maybe work on some other concepts. But I would definitely, the biggest recommendation I can give you is just make it short. Maybe do a one shot. You know, do one shot. See if it's something that you are invested on. Do one shot. You know, do like just, you know, the bare minimum, and then you can always come back to it and add to it if the one shot does well. If you enjoy it as well, if you enjoy the concepts and stuff like that, you can always come back to it and do it again. You know. So, like, doing shorter comics is definitely a good thing to do if you want to stay on that path and just build on it. Obviously, the more comics you do, the more better you get at it. And yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. The more better you get at it, the more you want to do it. But also, it's I don't know. I always also don't just work on comics. You know, I like throughout the week I'm doing other stuff, right? So if you're solely doing comics, eventually you're gonna kind of, I want to say burn yourself out, but it's kind of like you just get fatigued, you know. It hasn't happened to me in quite a while because I'm just used to it. I'm very good at like scheduling stuff. I'm very good at getting stuff done, you know. It's just the way I am. I don't know, you just gotta find a workflow for you as well. Like, it depends on your workflow, depends on how you've set up your stuff, scheduling. If you need to schedule your breaks as well, schedule all that stuff. Just make sure everything is wrapped up pretty nicely in a schedule. I don't know, a lot of people don't like to schedule things, but you don't even need like a very hard schedule. Just like from this time to that time I'm doing this, from this time to that time I'm doing this. You know, it's very simple. You don't even have to write it down. You just mentally keep it up here. That's what I do. I don't have schedules written down or anything. I just mentally say to myself, from this time to that time, I'm working on this. And then from this time to that time, I'm working on this. And from this time to that time, maybe I take a break. And, you know, I do that in my mind. I don't necessarily write this stuff down. Also, another thing, a lot of people do scripts and stuff like that for their comics. And they do a lot of like planning. Now, if everyone knows me, I don't plan shit, okay? So I do things on the spot. The story I figure out on the spot. I do it like as I have a general idea. Chainsaw, you look like Drake. I know, I get that a lot, okay? I know, I get that a lot. I know, that was random. That was so random, but okay. I get that a lot, okay? In high school, they called me Drake because I look like Drake. That's what it is. He could be my 10th cousin. Who knows at this point? But what I'm saying is, yeah, just get a schedule going. Do the bare minimum. Maybe do a short comic. And yeah, I think that's about it. I kind of lost my train of thought there. I was like in the zone and then I just that comment just threw me off. But hopefully that helped you, Bagel. Hopefully it did help. Staying motivated is always a challenge for people, but the thing that motivates me is me. So I don't I don't know what to tell you there though. That's just more of a mental state to be in, right? Like I can turn my shit off whenever I want. Like if I don't feel like doing something, I just turn it off. If I feel like doing something, I turn it on. Sorry, no worries, lunatic. We get wild on here, you know. We just talk about whatever. We get wild on here. I don't mind it. Chainsaw, you're so wise. It's been very inspiring how you stay on track. But what do you do if things take much longer than expected. Hey, indeed, welcome to the stream, by the way. Question. How the hell do we stay on track if it takes longer than expected? You just push the date back. I don't know. I've just become very good at setting hard deadlines for myself. This is something that I do. It's something I did for my short film, which is on my channel. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on my channel. I set a hard deadline for myself for, well, actually that was for animation contest. So I set a hard deadline for the contest itself, that this is when it's going to be done. By the way, I have coffee here and it's probably cold now. Haven't had a sip of it yet. But yeah, I set hard deadlines for myself. So, like with this comic, like I've it's been like I think the deadline I set for myself is having at least the first volume of this manga done by the end of this year. And that's a tough thing to do. I know I can do it if I really push myself. But in the chance that I don't, and this is what I always do, like I always put that little extra there. If I don't make it to this deadline, if for some reason something happens, because life happens, stuff happens, maybe something comes up, I gotta do whatever. I know that, okay, I'm not gonna make it, so what do I do there? So what I do is then, from that point, if I don't make it within that date, on that date, I say, okay, when do I think from this point now, from how far I've made it to this point, do I think I can get it done? And then I set a new deadline. Then I set another hard deadline, and I make sure I make that date. So it's just a matter of mindset, I would say. It's just a matter of mindset. You just have to have that mindset of finishing things on time. Look, at work, I'm an animator, right? I'm a senior animator. I deal with the end product of the animation. Like, I take whatever the animators that I work with, whatever they produce, they give to me, and I basically have to take what they've sent me and put it together and put it out and make sure it comes out on their deadline, because my line manager will come after my ass, right? So I think maybe with some people you need to be held accountable. So maybe, I don't know, you have someone there to hold you accountable. But normally I'm the only person who holds myself accountable. The internet is there to hold you accountable. You can do many other things. But I don't know if that answers your question. It's really hard to answer because I just do it. I don't know how to explain how I do it. That's the problem. Like, I just do it because the way my brain works. That's how it works. To answer how my brain works is really hard. I'm not. I just get up. I'm like, I'm going to do this today, and I do it. It's a matter of discipline. I don't know. It's years of maybe getting up, because I am Muslim, so I get up. I pray 5 times a day, so I make sure I make those times. And maybe it's a matter of years of training that specific type of discipline that I learn to do something like that. So maybe a good practice would be getting up, making up your bed. I think that would be a good practice. Like doing something small, setting a specific routine for yourself. Maybe, get up, make up your bed, go make yourself coffee, I don't know what else you do, right? Make yourself toast. You set a routine for yourself, and you just generally just do small things like that throughout the day, and eventually you'll figure out that switch, that you can just turn on and off whenever you want. You want to work now, you just work now. You want to stop now, you just stop now. So like, it's just, it takes years of practice. It's a skill in it. Like that's basically my skill. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a talented artist. I wouldn't say like I struggle. Like with art itself, I struggle. Like, I'm a very slow learner, right? So the best way to get better at my stuff, I got to do much more reps than any other artist. I gotta do much more because I'm such a slow learner. So like, it takes like someone like maybe like 2 or 3 tries for them, right? Maybe 10 tries, right? For me, I have to do it maybe like 500 times. Okay, then I get it in my head. So, and I talked about this in my other streams. I've talked about this in my other videos. I think it's also the goal I've set for myself. And the goal that I've set for myself, it's so like almost impossible to reach that like I have to push myself as far as I can to know that at least I've tried. Okay, and the goal that I've set for myself is to be the best animator out there, right? That is my goal, to be the best, right, at animation, right? That is the best, like the best of the best. Like I want to be the best. Like I want people, like animators, to look at my shit and be like, goddamn, this guy is fucking amazing. Like this guy is fucking godly when it comes to that. That's how I want to be up there, right? Now that's a very ambitious goal. Right, and that's why I gotta push as hard as I can, and that's why maybe that's also why that's maybe part of the mindset, right? Because I've set such an enormously steep goal to reach that like mentally I push myself harder than anyone else, like because the goal is so insane. So I don't know, that could also be a part of it. I'm trying to explain like increments of my brain here, how exactly it works, why it works the way it works, how I do the stuff I do. But short answer for you guys, like I have no idea. You know, my wife asks me sometimes like, how are you so motivated every day to get up? Like to get up early in the, like I wake up, I go sleep midnight, wake up 6 a.m. and start doing whatever, right? Sometimes I wake up, I play Street Fighter, you know, for a couple of hours, and then poop, I work for however long, right? And my wife always asks me like, how do you stay so motivated? How the fuck do you do that? Like, how do you just do that? And I have no fucking clue. To be honest with you, I have no clue. I just work like my life depends on it, and I don't know why I do it. I don't know, for like the goal that I set for myself, that could be a part of it. But I think if I really had to break it down, and this has been a long, like waterboarding you guys of why I do what I do, but I think if I really had to bring it down to one thing, I think it's because I enjoy it. I think that's the biggest thing. Like I'm having fun. I think that's the biggest thing. Like I've never like, you know, I never picked up my pen and just like started drawing and be like, oh, well, this sucks. I hate doing this. You know? Like I always just enjoy it. It's so fulfilling for me. I don't have, whenever I draw, it's not just like just comics, it's animation as well. When I'm doing it, I'm working, I'm having a really good time. I'm really enjoying it. And to get to that state of mind, I have no idea what you have to do to get there. And it could also be a matter of environment, maybe because of how shit my country is. And it's because of the type of environment I am that I see maybe I find what I do much soothing. Maybe it's a form of relief. Maybe it's a form of therapy. I have no fucking clue. But it's so much. It could be all of the stuff I mentioned. It's definitely a mixture of everything. I don't think it's just one thing, you know. Okay, done with Skyrim, hell yeah. Let me see what you guys are saying here. I was looking for the channel and YouTube wasn't letting me see it. It got erased with my YouTube channels, damn. Like goodness. Did I miss any other comments before that? Production machine, yeah, definitely. Thank you, follow. Now I can just follow up to your channel. Can you send me a name and link? Oh, it's because I was gone for a bit. Thank you for looking for me. Yeah, Indy just disappeared for like a very long time. I don't know. She had her own stuff to deal with. You know what it is? It is what it is. I had it, you know, I used to have, this channel used to be a gaming channel. And then I changed it to an art channel. And I kind of did the same thing. So, I mean, it is what it is. That was quite a long time ago. Still having gaming videos though. Those are fun. I need to do that to just set deadlines. I need to do that too, just set deadlines till I die. Yeah, well, I mean, it works. I don't know, it works for me. I just set deadlines and I make sure I follow up on them, and it seems to work. Your brain is a miracle machine. I don't know. I would just say I'm insane. I'm a workaholic. Let's just put it that. Like, this is my drug. This is the one drug. You know, this is like my drug. That's what this is. It's an addiction. I'm obsessed with what I do, and I think that's what it is. I'm obsessed with like doing, you know, art. I think that's what it is. Like, it's my drug. Like, it's like, you know, I can't explain it really. It's just like I enjoy doing it. It's like I'm obsessed with it. Maybe just put it that way. I'm obsessed with it. Like, this is my obsession. This is like, drug addicts do what drug addicts do. This is what I do. You know. I wonder if there is a study of people who pray/have to routine or more productive. There is a study that people who are more disciplined in their faith, I believe they do tend to work harder than others. I think there should be a study or something like that. I've heard of something like that. Like, people who are more disciplined in their faith normally productively do well. I wouldn't know. Don't take that with a grain of salt. I'm not sure if there is a study actually like that, but you are talented. I would say my talent is like skill. Like, I'm not skill. My talent is like the way I can just turn my stuff on and off. Like, I think that is my talent. I wouldn't say I'm talented really. I would say that is like the talent I was born with. Like, I can just literally push myself to wherever I need to push myself, right? I'm very good at like motivating myself. I don't need anyone, you know. I don't need anyone to motivate me. I always seek to push myself, and I think that is my talent. That's the talent I have, right? So whatever, like, if it wasn't art, if it was music, if it was whatever I was invested in, I would definitely be just as productive in that thing as I am with art, or as I am with animation. I would be just as obsessed with it. So, yeah, I mean, I just don't have to, like, I like making music as well. Like, and I know if I put my mind to it, I can be a really good musician. I could actually be Drake. I could be Drake. If I really pushed myself, I could actually be the next Drake, right? I know I could do that. It is a matter of just learning the thing, and I don't have time. Right? I don't have time to learn that. I'm doing already animation, comics. There's so much going on in my world. I can't focus on too much things at once. If I do that, you know, maybe if I wasn't like married and, you know, I was an orphan with all like amount of like Batman's wealth basically just falls into my lap, and I have the type of ethic I have in terms of working. I think I would definitely have a lot of time to do a lot of stuff, right? But like, I don't. How do you start your journey in making a manga, art-wise, like learning anatomy, etc., and how long it took you, and how are you getting an anime, and how are you getting an anime? Okay, so that's like 3 questions, but I will answer them all. So, how do you start in this journey? I don't know, I just like drawing, you know. I just, like, one day I was like watching Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid, and I was like, oh damn, I like what I see. It's fucking cool, you know. Bunch of men getting together, beating the shit out of each other, saving the world. Bunch of aliens everywhere now. A bunch of, you know, it's just like that. And then I saw, you know what it was? I saw not only the way it makes me feel when I see like really good like stuff like that, because Dragon Ball Z had not only was it like a, you know, like just this like really cool fight sequence, there was also like a story, like telling a story, and like maybe DBZ is also the factor that makes me think the way I think, because, you know, Dragon Ball Z, it's always push past your limit, you know, always do the best you can, always, you know, training, and that could be a factor into my childhood and why exactly I am where I am. and that could be also a thing, right? But I love that aspect of Dragon Ball Z as well. Obviously, as I got older, I liked more darker concepts. Because as I got older, I saw the world as it is, and I'm like, fuck, though, the world's actually really messed up. So, I think... So yeah, I saw that, and I felt like, okay, I enjoy telling stories as well. So I was like, okay, maybe I can mix these things together. And then, you know, I didn't like just like... I like pictures and, you know, drawing all types of crazy stuff, right? So I was like, okay, cool. I like drawing. Let me get into drawing. Let me learn how to draw. And I remember like at 7, I started tracing Dragon Ball Z pictures because I was like, let me see how the fuck they do this. Obviously, I was just tracing the trace, but I think like subconsciously, I was trying to learn how, you know, Akira Toriyama, even though I didn't know who the fuck made Dragon Ball Z at that time, I was wondering how this artist could do this, you know? And eventually I learned. And I think at like, yeah, primary school, I met, you know, in grade 3, I met one of my closest friends. He's still one of my closest friends up to today. His name is Ruzaik. A really awesome guy. Shout out to Ruzaik. By the way, this guy, now if you want to talk about talented, Ruzaik, at the age of, how old is you in grade 3? Like 10. He's like 10, 9 years old. This guy could draw like at like fucking 9 years old. He would draw like crazy. He would draw like fully automated transformers. He would like, and it would look exactly as like, you know, and this is the time the Transformer movie came. Like, it was insane the type of stuff he could draw at that age. And I was like drawn to like my friend, like Ruzaik, and I was like, I liked what he did because I realized at that point, this guy can do what I want to do. He can do it. Like, there's no doubt about it. He can draw Dragon Ball Z. He can draw actual people. He was a very good painter as well. Like, he was like artistically very like well put together. And he had all the tools, you know, artistically he had the anatomy, he had like everything was really good. And I think even up to today, if I go to his Facebook page, I don't know if I don't think it's actually still up, but I'm gonna see if I can find some of his art. I don't think I can find it now, but maybe I'll find it and I'll post it on my... I'll first check with him if I can post it, first of all. Because I don't know if he will be comfortable with that. But, like, the stuff he drew, like, up to today, it will still beat my art. I think... Actually, I think I'm on par with him now. He hasn't drawn in quite some time. So I think right now, I still feel like I'm not really there yet. But this is how good this guy was. Like, I still don't think I'm there yet. Like, he from like 9-year-old little Ruzaik, you fucking whooping my ass in art, right? This guy's really good. So like, I became good friends with him, and then we would like draw comics together in class, and we would do this thing which was like recently up to today I called comic relay, where he would draw a panel, certain things happening in a panel, I would draw the next panel. And I would continue, and then he would draw the next panel. Like, we will kind of like hop off of like each other's panels, and we would like, you know, draw like that in class. And we would make this really funny comics and stuff like that. And that's how I kind of got into that. And that's when I was like, okay, cool. I enjoy drawing comics. I want to get into making comics. And then from there, you know, I think in high school, just before high school, I stopped drawing. And I think I picked it up again at grade 10. I picked it up again, which is like 10th grade. I picked it up again. And I started, because I met another guy in high school who was also really good at drawing anime. Jason, shout out to Jason. He was really good at drawing anime, and I was really also drawn to him because like he's very good at that. So like I want to learn how he does it. You know, as you can see, like it's a pattern here. I'm just like, I run into someone who's like really good at art, and I'm like, fuck, I need to learn how to draw like him. So I would kind of like, just like, you know, like kind of stay with them and see how they do it. And like, you know, and I kind of just like bounced, like their energy just kind of bounced off to me, and like I figured it out and whatever, and that's kind of how I figured most of my stuff out. I haven't picked up, the only time I've learned anatomy is like in bio, but I haven't actually been like that serious into anatomy. So I just copied what other artists did. That's kind of how I learned, right? I didn't actually pick up an anatomy book. I mean, if you've seen some of my stuff, the anatomy is all over the place. A very skilled artist can pick it up. But I'm very good at faking the shit out of it. So that's what I'll say. And then from there, we go to college, right? From there, I realized in, I think it's 12th grade, right? 12th grade, end of high school, we had this college come to our school called Friends of Design. And they specialized in a lot of things like illustration and stuff like that. Mainly game design. And at the time, even back then, I knew like getting a comic job is going to be fucking tough. Like getting a comic job, like I was looking at the jobs back then, and it was insane. Like this, it was so hard to get a job in comics and like stuff like that, and illustration even, and photoshopping and I think the best outcome would be like graphic design, but like I don't know, I found graphic design kind of boring. Then like they came to my school and I realized, oh shit, I can make video games, which is another passion of mine at the time. I played fucking God of War. I was into all the types of games. God of War, Prince of Persia, there was, all types of Street Fighter, all types of Tekken. I was into GTA 5. Like, I played all the games, right? So like game design, I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. And then at college, when it comes to game design, they take you through a bunch of different courses like coding, animation, all that types of stuff. And then I kind of fell in love with animation because fuck coding. I can read the code, but I hate that there's just fucking symbols and stuff on the screen. It's boring. It's boring for me. I wasn't invested in it, okay? So there's the coding. It's like, fuck coding. I loved modeling. I love 3D modeling stuff. I loved creating all types of stuff in like 3D and like, building environments and stuff like that. And then animation was just like, I was like, okay, this is the thing I want to specialize in because I love like making things move and doing all types of crazy stuff. 2D animation also another big passion. So that's where I went into, and I was like, okay, cool. We're going to do animation. Bing, whiz bang boom, I'm an animator, okay? That's how it happened. Whiz bang boom, animator. Okay, yeah, I am. Right, interning as an animator, became junior animator, then all the way up to where I am now, senior/producer. Right, so that's kind of the journey and how you get where I am. And then eventually, I figured out, oh, you can post your comics online now. That's a thing we can do. We can post our comics online. And I like making comics, telling stories, and that's how I got into the comic stuff. Now, I think I answered two of your questions. Now, how did I get an anime? Right? I didn't go searching for the anime, surprisingly enough. Like, eventually, I think I would have gotten an anime. Eventually, I would have definitely gotten an anime. I would have made it myself because I'm an animator. I can do it. No problem. I would have gotten it myself, would have hired a team, done it anyway. But this startup company, streaming service actually, they started up now called Obsidian Red, and they're putting together an entire platform. And they reached out to me because they are looking for artists who are kind of the underdogs, who they have the skill, they have really good stories, but not a lot of people are seeing their work, and they love the very diverse cast of my characters, I guess, which is another issue of diversity. I don't even want to get into that, but they did love the diverse cast of my characters. They loved my story as well, the gore and the action. That's what they loved as well. So they were like, damn, this is the guy. We're gonna hit him up. They hit me up. They said, we would like to turn the Merchant of Ignatius, the Kill All Heroes, as well as the City of Clones into an anime. Right, that's what they wanted to do. And yeah, for our streaming service, yada yada, and whiz bang boom, we're getting an anime. We're getting 3 anime series, actually. 3. Kill All Heroes isn't done yet. The Merchant of Ignatius isn't done yet. The City of Clones was a one-shot. So I gotta get started on those series, get those done. So shout out to Obsidian Red. They are contracted to get me an anime. I don't know how things are going on their side yet. I know they started production already. They have backgrounds. I've seen the conceptual backgrounds they've done. They've sent me animatics. I've seen the animatics, which I don't know. I would like some changes done on animatics. There is a few things where I was like, but it's overall it's pretty good. It just needs a bit more pacing. But I'm pretty sure when they send it to the studio who's gonna do the animation, they will fix it up. They're professionals. I'm pretty sure they will figure it out. They also told me there's a possibility that the people who made Invincible will be working on Kill All Heroes, which is fucking cool, right? The studio works on Invincible, is gonna work on Kill All Heroes as an anime. I was like, goddamn, that is fucking insane. Why don't you invite Indy to the Discord? I don't know. I think Indy is on the Discord. We don't see a lot, are they? We don't see on. We mostly hang out on Uning's Discord. I don't know. I think she is on the Imagiverse Discord, but she's kind of busy most of the time. So like, I don't know. Indy's kind of busy most of the time. But I always catch her in the DMs or on chat. Yeah, Elias is right. Which Discord? Anyway, what did I answer? Yeah, so they're taking a car for now. It's all taken car. Oh, it's all taken care of for now. After this, I'm going to your channel and watch the video. I don't know why you left, because all the other videos are gone. Yeah, I took them down. Change. I am sorry, but looking at your character, it looks like he's pooping. He's pooping on top of the other one. It needs to have the other feet. Needs to have the other feet. The one on the back maybe bent on his knee. Nah, I think it's fine, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Maybe you and Drake pretend to be someone else. I don't know. Maybe you or Drake pretend to be someone else. Maybe. I don't know. It could be possibly true. I often think of Dragon Ball scene and Krillin, where Krillin and Goku get to taking off the turtle shell. After having the chores a monthly carrying the shell, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of me, you know? As soon as I'm like, I'm gonna work, that's like me taking off my shell. Can you put a word in for me? Good artist, I promise. That's not how it works, but I tell you what. The thing is, I don't wanna put people onto this thing yet. I want to actually mention a bunch of artists that I think should get an anime, but I don't want to do it yet because I want to see if these people are who they say they are, right? They seem like solid people. They seem like they're gonna do what they're gonna do. The matter of just them producing the work, that's what I'm waiting for. If they produce it and I enjoy it and I like it, then I would recommend it to other people. But I just want to see what's actually going on there. I don't want to put people on something and then it's not like good, or it's not what they expect, right? So I first want to test this out for the people. I will be the guinea pig. I will see if it works, if they live up to what they've said they're gonna do. Shout out to them. They are trying. I'm pretty sure they're trying as hard as they can. So I'm gonna see how it's gonna go. If it goes well, I will recommend artists. If not, I will let you guys know what they're all about. But otherwise, I'll let you know exactly what I am contractually obligated, like contractually able to speak to you guys about. Obviously, there's a contract. I can't say, there's certain things I can't say, and there's certain things I can say. So we'll see how that goes. And also it's a sweet contract. So I made some changes to it because there was a few things that I wanted. So yeah, and there's a few things that I wasn't. It looked a bit. I think maybe we should like just tighten this up a bit. So like we came to agreement and it worked out. Why don't you invite? Yeah, Discord, Reddit, congratulations. I don't have Discord because I'm never on it, but thank you so much. Yeah, it's so cool that going to turn those into an anime. Yeah, it is pretty cool. I'm just waiting on them, seeing what they're gonna do. I think at this moment they're waiting for my character sheets. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this guy the way he is. I think it's fine. I think it's honestly fine, my guy. I think there's gonna be so much going on here that I don't think you won't necessarily focus on the legs, you know. You'll be focusing on this guy getting his face smashed in, and that will be the main focus, really. Let's see what else. Thank you for this knowledge. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be there on the day BTW starting your manga now, because I'm starting my manga now because I'm inspired. Well done, man. Hell yeah. If it gets too tough, take a break, man. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to push yourself as hard unless you're making money from, you know. Unless they're actually paying you, then I feel like, you know, you have to do what you gotta do. It will help you whenever you feel bad about your comic. Try it. It helped me make a few friends. Oh, do you mean like Discord? Yeah. Yeah, Discord's quite, it's cool. I get to hang out with a bunch of other artists, talk shit, so I enjoy it, but it's not everyone's cup of tea, you know? So yeah, it also takes a bit to get used to. Like in the beginning, it's like, you know, we have our VC chat, and I remember it didn't like start off immediately. Like people didn't just hop in VC and start talking to each other, because, you know, most artists are like, we're not gonna talk to each other. You know, most artists are like mostly introverted, so like we don't. I'm kind of a mixture of both. Like, I'm introverted, but I'm also, like, I can adapt to both, like, you know, but generally I don't just, like, hop into VC, unless, like, you know, I just want to, then I'll do it, but, like, I don't generally hop into VC myself, you know, mostly because I'm busy. Like, I just want to get stuff done, and I know if I talk, like, as I'm talking now, you see how long this panel's taking. If I'm in VC chatting, I'm not going to get stuff done, so... that's the thing. And I know I want, and normally when I start talking, I don't stop. I start talking about all types of crazy shit. It gets to a point where people's like, I wish this guy would shut the fuck up, but you know, it's what it is. And yeah, you know, so it's not for everyone. It is what it is. It's what's up. Let me see. I'm relying on change this channel for that. But the reason why I'm not on Discord is that it's too much going on at the moment. Yeah, it can be. Some Discords can be overwhelming. Even though the Discord that I spend the most time on is Uning's Discord, and normally she's so fucking lazy that shit doesn't. A lot of shit happens, you know. Most of the time we use her Discord just to talk about random shit, right? And then she's like, hey guys, you can't just... And then we're like, yes we can. And then we do it, and then it annoys her, and that's the fun part. So, it happens. And yeah, you know, it's just what it is. I was thinking about making my own Discord eventually, but not at the moment. I don't feel like I need it right now. I think I'm all stocked up on Discord channels right now. There's another Discord channel that I am on that also is with a bunch of other YouTube creators, and I recently did a collab with them. So that's another new Discord that I'm on. Also, this guy's kind of skinny. You can see his ribs. I don't know. Should actually fill that out. Fill this out a bit. Looks weird. This kind of looks weird. Just darken it up. You don't even have to, you know, you can cover it up with hatching. That's what I do. I cover all my mistakes up with hatching. Smart trick for you guys. If you if you ever feel like, oh, I think this is not right, you just hatch it up, dude. You just fucking put a bunch of hatching there, no one gives a fuck. Okay, you just hatch it up. There's some images you can't, but like for these ones, I think you can. You can get away with it. You can do some hatching shit. You can just people will think, oh, you did some really cool hatching here. It looks really cool, but actually you're just hiding your fucking mistakes, you know? Now you know. Now people will know. It's just because I'm hiding my mistakes. You won't really know if it's a mistake or if it's actually hatching, you know? You'll never know. You'll never know. Keep away from artists like this. What are you talking about, Elias? You love us, man. Come on. We the best, dude. Just admit it, dude. We your best pals. We your best friends. Just admit it, dude. Elias loves us, okay? He loves us all. He enjoys our company so much. I'm telling you guys, he really likes us. I see. Immature hit you up on this. Immature hit you up on Discord to show you my art. Oh, I'm gonna hit you up on Discord to show you my art. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind looking at people's art in Discord. Whatever helps out artists. You just maybe, you know, maybe I wouldn't reply immediately, but you know, I'll get to you. You just have to be patient. I'll get to you. Uning's Discord mostly. Shit like Imagine, yeah. Imagiverse is kind of, you know, they're doing what they do on there. But it's, you know what it is. This is what it is about Imagiverse. Let me tell you something. The reason why Imagiverse is kind of a bit dead. Okay, it's there's cool people on there, right? The people on there, I think, are alright. Okay, they're cool, they're chilling, you know, but the main culprit is Mitch, you know. He needs to get out of his cave and start managing his Discord, man. That's what you gotta do. Look, Yuning, she does the bare minimum, and that's good enough, right? She does the bare minimum, you know. They ain't. Yeah, you don't like them, but I think they're alright. I think they're alright. They're not my type of vibe, you know. They're not necessarily the people I like hanging out. The people I hang out with is very raw, very direct. I like hanging out with those people, you know, because they keep it real, you know. I like people who keep it real, you know, and people aren't too sensitive and brittle. That's what I like. So I can talk as much shit as I want. They can talk as much shit as they want. We throw shit at each other. And you know, we still cool at the end of the day. You know, things make you heated, but at the end of the day, you know, things cool down. You know, and I love that. That's what I love. You know, there's a sense of respect there. There's, even though, you know, we just yank each other's chains and talk a bunch of shit about each other. You know, I like it. I like it. You know, it's all fun. It's all fun. You know, it's just all together. You know, if you have an understanding with the people, you know, you can hang out with them however long you want, right? Yeah, just know that when I hang out in Discord, I'm very direct. This stuff, I'll be honest with you, this stuff I say, it might just fuck your entire life up, and that's what it is, right? That's what it is. I can't help it, guys. It's what it is, right? I'm South African. Shit gets it's the way I was brought up. Okay, I can't. Elias is a Jersey boy as well, you know. He has certain stuff there. He does. They sound fun. I like it when people are direct. Yeah. Yeah. We not only direct, but we will shit on you. That's what it is, you know. Just like shitting people. Not too easily offended. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but you've been in a chat with Indie Burner. Indie Burner has been in a. You've been on a what was I about to say? A podcast with Jess and like Sean Farlin. Hopefully that's, I got his last name. He's just gonna appear now in my chat and be like, hey bitch, that's nice. But they pretty like direct individuals, you know. And yeah, you know, I like making certain types of jokes with Jess as well. Shout out to Sean and Jess, man. Shout out to Sean and Jess. I wonder what Jess is doing right now. She's probably like setting a setting a porch on fire, yelling hee-haw while she like shoots a gun, you know, into the sky. I feel like that's what Jess does every night. I feel like that's Jess's whole routine. She just before she goes to sleep, she just does that, you know. That's that's a thing. That's Jess's thing. That's what I imagine in my head. That's what I imagine what Jess does before she goes sleeps. And that's fine, you know. You know what I imagine, you know what Elias does? I imagine Elias before he goes to sleep, he just opens his window and go fuck you, and then he closes it and then he goes sleep. I feel like that seems like an Elias thing to do. I feel like that's what Elias does, you know. That's what he does. That I can see Elias doing that. That would be fucking hilarious, actually. What would I do? Probably I don't know, Elias. Well, what do you think I would do before I go sleep? Yeah, that's what you do. You just open your window and yell "fuck you," and then you close it, and then you go sleep. That's what you do, Elias. What do you think? What do I do? You would know best. What do you think I do? Elias would know best. Well, what do you think would be the thing that I do before I go sleep? I feel like I'm setting myself up, but I want to hear what Elias says. What do you say? There you go. Oh, these rocks though. Oh fuck, hold on. I did these on the wrong layer. Oh my god. That's fine though. That's fine. I can just do this and just fucking whoop. Paste it over here. I like to see, I get distracted, guys. That's why. That's what it is. I think you're going. You're gonna do a Kamehameha, and then you run through the entire flat and just into your bed. That, you know what? That sounds like fun. I think I think that would be maybe be something I do. But I think instead of a Kamehameha, I would just yell out, "Fuck you, world!" Like I'll just be like, "Fuck you, world! I'm amazing!" And then I would do that and then go to sleep. I think that would be I think that would be the thing I do. That would be the main thing I do. I think. Maybe I'll just yell out, "I'm amazing," you know, because that's I think that's what I do, you know. Because it's good to put that energy out in the world there. And then I'll probably, like, as I held that out, like there will be like a 5-second pause before someone shouts out before someone shouts out, "How you big?" Like in like, you know, which basically in Afrikaans means shut the fuck up. Like basically, that's what you hear. That's what you hear. Like very like far in the distance, right? You would hear that, and my neighbors would be like, "That fucking kid's out his fucking mind." That's what would happen. Or maybe someone will fire a gunshot off at me. that will be the next. That would be the other option. Maybe but it'll be both. Be like, "How you big?" and then bam, or like a gunshot will go off, and I'll be like, "Fuck," and I'll just go back into my house. Why are there no good illustration courses? I don't know. I have no idea, man. I don't know where you're looking. Well, what site you looking on? Are you looking like on YouTube, or like are you actually looking on a oh, pirating site. Maybe that's why. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Yeah, if I don't find anything on YouTube, I just like do it. I just figure it out myself. I'm just like, can't be that hard, and I just like mill around. But at the same time, I have you guys, so I'll just like that's where the Discord comes in. I just hop in a Discord. I'll be like, "Hey Jess, do you think this thing, will work?" I always go to Jess for all my like writing stuff. So like if I have a certain type of storyline, or I have a certain narrative that I would like her to look over, I always go to her. She's very good with that stuff. So I'm like, "Jess, does this sound right? This guy screaming this one thing, do you think it makes sense?" Like I'll normally just go to Jess. She actually she helped me out with my short film with a dialogue. She's very good at like the scripting of the stuff. So I normally go to Jess and like, "Jess, does this look right?" And then yeah, I'll go to Elias for some stuff. Boya. Normally I ask Boya though. Boya is Jess for president. Yeah, normally I ask Boya. Boya is another awesome artist who I offered a job to, and she was on here. She just came here to say hi, and then she left. I offered her a job. I said, "Boya, I would pay you triple." Boya's like, "Nah, I ain't working with you. You're out of your fucking mind, Chains. I ain't working with you. Your pacing is insane. Okay, I can't." And I was just like, "Okay, fine, Boya, fine." And yeah, now she doesn't work for me, which is, I offered her a really good deal, but no. How dare you, Boya? Boya's probably sleeping right now. Which is like, this would be, it's probably like 5 a.m. where she's at. So she's like sleeps like 5 a.m. in the morning. She goes to bed. Which is like, what the fuck? Really insane stuff. Also, by the way, I'm like not too far away from 700 subs. God damn. It's I don't know what happened, but well, actually, you know what? I can actually tell you what happened. For some reason, the video that I did a while back, it's at fucking 9k views. right now. But the video I did a while back called "Using Only Blender to Make a Webtoon." That video is like really popping off all of a sudden. Like it's popping off like at this time, which means people are searching up more Blender stuff in regards to grease pencil, maybe. Right? There's not a lot of content on grease pencil, so maybe that's what they're searching. And they're coming up with my stuff, or maybe they're searching how to create 3D assets in like for your comics and stuff like that. So maybe that's why that's popping up. So I'm just letting you guys know, you know, if you want to create content, like Blender stuff is really like hot right now, I guess. Blender are using, yeah. I'm trying to slowly worm back into drawing. I realized I needed a much longer break. The break probably isn't over yet. Oh, yeah. Well, people are using Blender for 2D stuff now. Yeah. Yep. Blenders are getting really good with the 2D animations now. With the 2D animation like tools. Like the first, if you guys want to see what Blender, like what you can do with Blender in terms of 2D. It's not the best example, but you can check out my short film. Like that was completely done with only Blender. Like I don't think I used any editing software besides. No, actually I only use Blender. I only use Blender for the whole thing. So I created I created everything in Blender, the compositing, the 2D stuff, it's all done in Blender. Like I've made an entire short film in Blender, like using all the tools that were provided in the program to make that project. So yeah, I mean, and that was a very short, by the way, I only had like 3 months to make that short film. I had an entire year in terms of the deadline, but at the time, like recently, at the time we had very bad power outages. I couldn't finish shit. I couldn't get anything done. I was like really struggling to get stuff done because of the power outages. I had to work, and obviously I had work where I had to work in those hours within those time, which obviously like cut out my free time to work on my comics and stuff like that. So it was, yeah, which is crazy. So I only had like fucking 3 months before I got me a generator, like this little generator under my table. It lasts for about 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours. So like when the power goes out, I have extra hours that I can work in. So it's like the power never goes out here, and I can just continue to work. So so that's basically how I finished that short film, which was like I had like 3 months, but I did the best I could. There's a lot of stuff I would have done better with that short film if I had the time, but yeah. And I remember like prior to that, I also had to finish my comic. So yeah, I was finishing off my comic at that point. I think Kill Heroes. I was finishing off end of last year. So yeah, that was crazy. This is the weird thing that happens on YouTube. Suddenly a single video blows up after lying around on the channel for months. Gotta go, it was fun. See you soon. Hey, no problem, Indy. See you whenever I see you. Thanks for joining the stream. I'll probably pop off in the next 8 minutes. But yeah, thanks for joining. It's really cool to have you here. It's been a while. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask Indy what time is I think Indy Burn lives in Germany. I should have asked her what time it is over there. Yeah, don't know why I forgot to ask. I would have liked to know. Maybe in the comments. I don't know. I don't even know if she could live somewhere else. I don't know if she lives in Germany. I think she is German. I'm not sure. She could be anything else. If that's the case, I'll be out then. Yeah, no problem, man. See you probably tomorrow, maybe, if you join. But yeah, enjoy, man. Hopefully you figure out that art stuff. Then I think I'm gonna maybe after this. I don't know if I'm gonna play Street Fighter after the stream till like midnight. I think I'm just gonna head to bed, man. I'm just gonna head to bed and then wake up like about at. Normally I wake up at 4, and then yeah, start working again. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna head to bed because then I can wake up early and then just start working again. You know, it's like the same amount of time anyway. I think the spacing of the rocks is a bit too even, but it looks too, you know. But yeah, I'm kind of adding the principles of animation here. You know, the Utopon cube principle. So it's gonna look kind of off. In animation, it will look good, but yeah, it will look kind of funky, yeah. So I'll kind of, maybe I'll do like what I did here with the cracks and stuff. I'll do something to make it look more, you know. Maybe I'll shift some of them around. But I think just getting the shapes in for now is fine. You can always adjust them later, however we want. I think just getting the shapes in. And I don't think the perspective is 100% here. But we can adjust it later. I can just grab everything and just adjust it. Now I can actually just hit this. Just grab literally everything and then like squash it down. Squash it down and like get the perspective, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do. But for now, let's just get the shapes in. The angle kind of, you know, and then we can adjust it from there. You know, if we were doing this traditionally, it would be fucked. But yeah, I think we good here. Yeah, you see this part here is where it's gonna look off. Because look at how that. So this has to be higher actually. To be I was actually thinking of doing this in 3D and then just like, you know, just like superimposing it over the panel just to get the angle. But I think I did pretty well over here. Pretty well over here actually, because you can't really tell exactly what's going on here. But if I take away the FX, you can see the angle is a bit off on the side. But if I add the effects, all the crazy stuff that's happening, you don't really notice it. So yeah, I mean that's fine. It's more or less gonna be the same, but I think, yeah, there is gonna be a few shock waves, and obviously I have to angle the shock waves as well. So there'll be a few shock waves that's gonna fly off the sponge, and it's gonna kind of, I think I'm gonna make it break parts of this ground off, so like chunks of it's gonna fly out, and I think that's gonna add a bit to it. But I think smart thing to do is do like 3D and then superimpose it over here just to get the angle right. Or even just draw this and then squash it, you know, and get the angle right that way. I think that would be the easiest. But I think I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I think I'll finish this next time. I think we did pretty good. I think we finished like, well, that panel was technically already done. I didn't finish much because I was talking to you guys, but as always, I enjoy talking to you guys. So I mean, that's what it is. Probably when we come back, I think next stream, what's gonna happen is next stream I'm gonna do some animation practice stuff. So next stream we're gonna take a look at some really dynamic reference videos, and I'm gonna study it basically and take a look at it and see what we can do with them, and then maybe take those studies and then turn it into an actual fully animated scene, like with like really cool effects and like, you know, flash frames and all types of crazy stuff. So I think that's what we're gonna do next stream. And yeah, I think that's about it. Let me just get on to the end screen. Where is the end screen? Goddamn, I moved everything around. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for joining. This was a really fun stream. You know, it really started off slow, but as always, it kicks off at the end because that's when people wake up, you know, time zones and yada yada. That's just how it be. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for joining. I didn't even drink any of my coffee, so I don't know how I got through this, but through motivation and awesomeness alone, that's how I kind of do everything I do. So I appreciate you guys for joining. As I've said, if you want to check out some cool stuff that I've done, there's a short film on my channel. There's some more content if you haven't watched the other content. And as always, subscribe, like, and notify yourself if you want more. And yeah, there's also a collab that I did, which is in the community post if you guys want to check that out. And I think that's it for this video or this live stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone. Hope you had a good time. Bye.